Hey friends, thanks so much for tuning in today. This is Rachel with Shrouded Light Gaming, also known as Raban the Holy Priest, and I'm back with another Holy Priest meta video today about why play Holy Priest. And this video is for people that are new to Priest, maybe considering Holy as a spec, or people that want to understand a little bit better where Holy Priest shines and where we maybe don't shine so brightly. So with that said, let's dive right into it. So Holy Priest, we are the cornerstone healers of WoW. We have been the base healer in this game since practically the beginning of the game, and we have very, very solid healing mechanics. And that's something that's been true, despite all the changes and all the patches and all the expansions. Holy Priest has always been a very strong healer when compared to other classes of healing. Now, one of the things that makes us very strong healers is that we are what's called a reactionary healer. That means that we respond to damage that's being taken rather than preempting that damage with shields or with barriers or hots, that sort of thing. So we have a lot of very strong heals that we cast in response to damage either currently being taken or that has been taken in the past. And that might be a little bit different for some people that are maybe more used to playing Druid, where you can line up your heals, have hots ticking on the target when damage is taking place, or maybe a Disc Priest, where you have to preempt the damage that is going to be taken with your atonements and your bubbles. So that is what sets Holy Priest a little bit different, is that we respond to damage that's being taken. Now, make up for that, kind of the flip side to that coin, is that to do that, we have a lot of very long cast time spells where we need to stand still for long periods of time. I mean, our base spell, the most mono-efficient spell that we have, is heal, and even with all my haste and all the things, my gear that I've stacked and everything, look how long that takes to cast. So in PvP, that is absolutely not a viable ability to use whatsoever. We do have flash heal, which is a little bit faster, but even still, our lack of mobility is one of the major complaints against Holy Priest, and it's a very valid complaint. Now, we do have some hots, we do have some things that we can make instant cast. So, we have our Renews and the Prayer of Mending, which right now, since I'm out of War mode, is not instant cast, but in War mode it's instant cast. So those are some of our abilities that we can cast pretty quickly to help. There's also Holy Word Serenity, which is an instant cast, very big heal. Now remember that the purpose of our healing is to repair damage that's already been taken. So using those abilities, we do need to be standing in place to cast those, but we have very strong heals when we can get them off. So to go along with that, we also have a pretty interesting utility kit that we can use. We may not quite have the utility that the Holy Paladin has, or Resto Shaman perhaps, but we do have some tools in our toolkit that we can use to help offset the cost of our lack of mobility. So the first of those being our Angelic Feather, right? So Angelic Feather, when we put that down, we increase our movement speed. I've done the same. I've put a talent into Fade where it increases my movement speed as well. So that helps with the mobility. Doesn't help with the fact that I need to stay in still to cast my spells, but it does allow me to move more quickly in between when I'm casting spells. Obviously stacking haste is going to help with that. That is something that I have tried to do, 16% haste. Also gone for crit, simply because the more often your heals crit, the less you have to heal. And so in our mastery, because as I went over in the last video, our mastery allows us to have Echo of Light, and that's something that I'll talk about here in a moment as to another thing that makes our class really strong. Now, we also have a couple pieces in our toolkit that help us to deflect damage that's being taken, especially in a PvP setting. So again, I do most of my work in PvP, and so these are two pieces of my toolkit that I use all the time. Fear, or Psychic Scream, allows me to have a little bit of time where people are running away and I can get one or two of my flash heals off. And that is critical. Same thing with Chastise. So Chastise is a single target stun, and that certainly helps when we are in the middle of the battle, and I need just a moment to be able to cast my heal. When I was talking about our mastery, so our mastery is amazing, and it is probably one of our best masteries. Get to it here. It's called Echo of Light, and direct healing spells heal for an additional 19%. So I've stacked mastery, as you saw in my spec just earlier, but heal for an additional percentage over 6 seconds. So not only are we casting a heal on our individual that we're healing, but we're also giving them an instant cast hot that costs no mana. And this is one of the best masteries in the game, and it's something that we rely on as priests. In fact, when I was doing some of my mythics, I would look at the healing charts after I was done using details, and it was amazing that, you know, 25-30% of my healing done was from my mastery. And so this is something that we need to consider as we're getting gear. We need to be looking at. So here's healing 1500 every 3 seconds off of a heal, or every second. So that is something that makes our kit really strong. We don't have the mobility that druids have, but we do have a very strong toolkit. I hope that helped you understand priests a little bit better, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comments below. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.